Welcome to Scholanetz. Please like and subscribe to learn math with easy and step-by-step explanations.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video, we will be discussing Roman numerals. So first of all, we have to know what are Roman numerals. Roman numerals are a number system that the ancient Romans used. So what are Roman numerals? Roman numerals are a number system that was used by the ancient Romans. Then the question arises, why we are learning it now, means in the current days, if it was used in the Roman period or in the by the Roman ancient. There are certain reason, because the Roman numerals are still used in many places even today. You can spot them in everyday life if you look carefully. We have to see that also where we can find them. First we have to know how they used to write it. The Roman numerals include some letters. It is not the standard form like 1 2 3. They use certain letters to write the numbers. They use X L V to write numbers. This one we have to know what this means. In ancient period they were using letters to write the numbers. That's what we have to figure it out what it means. Okay, so first understand where we can find the Roman numerals nowadays. First you will find it in your clocks. Not all the clocks are having no Roman numerals, but some traditional clock or some wristwatch, if you will look carefully, you will find it. We will find the Roman numerals. You will see it will be written like this. In the wristwatch or the wall clock, the number will be represented with these symbols. Okay, it will not be 1 2 3 4 5. Not all the clocks, in some clocks. Okay, so try to find out the clocks which has the Roman numerals. Okay, then you will find the Roman numerals in the books. Where you will find in the books, you will often see Roman numerals at the start of the chapter. They will mention like chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. Just take out any novels and try to figure out the chapters in that one. It will be written like this, or any fiction books you can look in that one also. It will be written like this: chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4. Okay, and even in the kings, queens, and pope's name you will find it. Have you heard king the second, king fourth, king the fifth, pope second, pope third? It will always be mentioned with these symbols. It will not, they will not say king 1, king 2, king 3. No, they will always mention like king first, king second, king third, king fourth, king fifth, like that. Even with the queen's names also and the pope's name also, it will be written in the Roman numerals. Okay, so we understand what are Roman numerals. The number system that was used by the ancient Romans, and how what they were using in their numerals. It was the letters. Now we have to see which letter is equivalent to which number. Okay, see, this is I. I is equivalent to 1. V is equivalent to 5. X is equivalent to 10. L is equivalent to 50. C is equivalent to 100. D is equivalent to 500. M is equivalent to 1000. So you have to remember these one. Once you learn these one, then the bigger number or the smaller number, whatever number it is there in the Roman numerals, you will be easily figure it out. Okay, so you must know the value of I, the value of V, the value of X, the value of L, C, D, and M. So you have to memorize these one. If you do the practice, it needs practice. If you do the practice, you will easily know it, which letter represent what number. But there are certain rule in the Roman numeral also. What the rule? They said when there are several symbols written side by side, okay, you could combine them by using addition or subtraction. Okay, it says if the several symbols written side by side like M, C, L, X, it is written side by side. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 symbols written side by side. So how you will figure it out? What number is written here? So what you have to do? You have to combine these by using addition or subtraction. Now we have to learn when we have to use the addition and when we have to use the subtraction. That we will see here. The first one is that add when larger number value appears before the smaller value. It says whenever a larger symbol or the value appears before the smaller value, we always use addition. Okay, let's check the example to understand it. It says X, V, I. So what is X is equivalent to? X is equivalent to 10. V is equivalent to 5. I is equivalent to 1. So in place of X, what we will write? We will write 10. And we have to use the symbol plus because it already said if the symbols are written side by side, then we can combine it with the addition or subtraction. Here, X is the bigger number. Then after that, it comes 5. 5 is smaller than X. So 5 is smaller than 10. Then we use addition. See, add when larger numbers appears before the smaller number. Here 10 is appearing before the smaller number, so we are adding it. Then I, the value of I is 1. Again we will use the addition because the 1 is smaller than 5 and 5 appears before 1. So what will be the value? 10 plus 5, 15 plus 1, 16. So X, V, I is equal to 16. This is in the Roman numeral and this is the current number system. Understand? Take another example. Say L, X, V, I. Now here L represent 50, X represent 10, V represent 5 and I represent 1. So in place of L, what we will write? 50. Then after that is X. The value of X is 10 and 10 is smaller than 50. It means we will use plus. Then V. V is 5 and 5 is smaller than 10 means 10 appears before 5. So we will add again 5 then 1. 1 is smaller than 5 then we will add. So what will the value here? It will be 66. X, L, V, I is equal to 66. Understand? Hope you understand the first one. What if the larger number appears before the smaller number? We will add all of them. Okay, we will use the addition. Another word you can say, if the small number appears after the large number, then we have to add all of this. And what's the second one? Second one is, the second condition is subtract when smaller value appears before the larger value. In the other case, it was when smaller value appears after the large value, you have to add it. Here it's saying subtract. What you have to do? We have to subtract when smaller value appears before the larger value. Okay, take one example here. X1V. X is equivalent to 10, I is equivalent to 1, V is equivalent to 5. Now start placing the numbers. Sorry, in place of X, what we'll write? In place of X, we will write 10. This is X1V. Then we have to see I. The value of I is 1. And then the V. The value of V is 5. So what we are seeing here is 1 is smaller than 5 and it's coming before 5. So what we have to do? We have to subtract 5 minus 1. So we have to plus, then we have to subtract 5 minus 1 because 1 is appearing before 5. That's why we are using subtraction here. We subtract it from 5. Then it will become 10 plus 4 equal 14. So X1V is equivalent to 14. Understand? Take another number because the subtraction is little tricky. So sometimes you'll be confused with where to subtract it. Take this number L1 I, sorry, not I, then X. So what's the equivalent of L? L is equivalent to 50, I is equivalent to 1, and X is equivalent to 10. So in place of L, what we'll put? We will place 50. Then here it's see, look here. I is 1 and X is 10. And 1 is appearing before 10. And 1 is smaller than 10. Then what we have to do? We have to subtract it. See, it says when a smaller number appears before the larger number, we have to subtract. What we will do here? We will subtract 10 minus 1. It will become 50 plus 9 equal. Now you have to add it. It will become 59. Okay, so what will the value of LIX will be equivalent to 59. Always remember, if the smaller number comes before the larger number, you have to just subtract from the number before which it appears. Okay, like here it appears before 5. So we subtract, the value of X is 10. So it appears before 10. So we subtract 10 minus 1. If it will appear after 10, after X, if it is LXI, then what we have to do here? 50 plus 10 plus 1, because the value of X is 10 and the I is 1. And here the smaller number is coming after the larger number. That's why we subtract here. Then it will become 61. Understand? The two things only you have to keep in mind. If it is a smaller number after larger number, add it. If the smaller number before the larger number, just subtract it from the larger number before which the smaller number appears. I hope it's clear to everyone. Now take the big numerals to write down in the number system. Here it says M, D, C, L, X, V, I. See, this is a big numeral and you have to write down in the number system. First, we have to find out what's the equivalent of M. M is equivalent to 1000. Then we have to see which another letter is here. D. D is equivalent to 500. Then comes C. C is equivalent to 100. L is equivalent to 50. X is equivalent to 10. V is equivalent to 5 and I is equivalent to 1. Okay. Now what's the value of m is 1000 and how many m's are here? 1, 2, 3. It means 1000, again 1000, again 1000. So how many thousand become? Becomes 3000 because m appears 3 times here and one m is equivalent to 1000. So 3m will be equivalent to 3000. Then d is 500 and d is smaller than 1000. Then what we have to do? We have to plus it. The equivalent of d is 500. Then comes c. The equivalent of c is 100 and here again 100 is smaller than 500. It comes after 500, so we will plus it. Then comes l. L is 50. We will put 50 plus x is 10. And how many x is there? 1, 2. So 10 plus 10 equal 20. Plus v is equivalent to 5. I is equivalent to 1. And how many I? 1, 2. It means it will be 2 here. Okay. Now what you have to do? You have to add all of this. Start from the unit size. On one side, 5 plus 2 is 7. Then comes 5, 6, 7. Then 5, 6. The thousand plate is 3. So the equivalent of M, 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 D, C, L, X, X, V, 1, 1 will be 3677. Understand? Now take one with the minus 1. Take M, 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 C, 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 L, I, X. What this Roman numeral will be equivalent to in the number system. As we already know that the value of m is 1000. First start writing how many m's are here. 1, 2, 3. So it will become 3000. Then C, the equivalent of C is 100 and it comes after the bigger number because m is equivalent to 1000. So we will add here plus. And how many C is there? 1, 2, 3. There are 3 C's. It means 300 will come. Then look at L. The equivalent of L is 50 and 50 is smaller than 100. Again, we will do addition. 50. Then see I. I is 1. 1 is smaller than 50, but look here. X. The equivalent of X is 10 and the equivalent of I is 1. It means the smaller number is appearing before the large number. So what we have to do here? We have to subtract the smaller number from the larger number before which it appears. So we will first plus, then we'll use the parenthesis, and then the value of x is 10 minus 1. It will become 3000 plus 300 plus 50 plus 10 minus 1 is 9. Now we have to add all of this. It will become 3359. So the equivalent of this one will be 3359. Understand? Just the two things you have to first remember all the letter equivalent of all the letters. Then you have to just remember where you have to add it and where you have to subtract it. Okay, hope it's clear. Now see, if the numbers is written in the number system, current number system, and the question says write down this one in the Roman numerals. So how you will write it down? As we know, m is here first. What it is? 2355. Here it is 2000. So what will make 2000? As we already know, m is equal to 1000. And how many thousand it is here? 2000. So 1m plus 1m becomes 2000. then comes here 300, and 100 is equivalent to what? 100 is equivalent to C, or you can say C is equivalent to 100, and here it is 300. So how many C will come? 3 C will come. Then comes 50. 200, because 5 is in the, where it is 5? 5 is in the tens place. Okay, so the value of 5 is 50, like the value of 3 was 300 and the value of 2 was 200. So the value of 5 is 50, and we know L is equivalent to 50. So what will be the value of 50? Here it will be, we will represent it with L, and in the ones place it is 5, and V is equivalent to 5. So what we will write here? We'll write V. So the 2355 is equivalent to M, C, L, V in the Roman numerals. Understand? It's easy. Only you have to just remember the equivalent. What the equivalent of I, V, X, L, C, D, and M. Once you learn this one, then you can find it out easily. And in Roman numerals, if it's a small, it's a big, doesn't matter if you know these things. Okay, and just remember where you have to add it and where you have to subtract it. I hope Roman numerals is clear to everyone. Keep practicing the Roman numerals and you will be perfect in the Roman numerals. See you in the next video with another maths topic. Till then, keep practicing. See you in the next video. Bye.